Hello, everyone, and welcome to Luna Summit interview series, where we talk about how to honor and how to work with our feminine and masculine energies, whoever we are, whether we're a man, a woman, non-binary, all of us are affected by this dance. So let's talk about it. Today with us, I'm very honored and very excited to have my beautiful co-founder, Kirstin Wolshin. Hello, Kirstin. Welcome.
Hello.
Very excited to have you today. And of course, there is a lot we can talk about. There's a lot we have talked about, you and me, about these energies between our masculine, our feminine side, how we bring them together in our professional and personal lives. But today, the idea is to really keep it short and sweet and digestible, especially if it's a new topic for the people who are listening to us right now. So maybe let's start a bit with about who you are. So I'll do a very short intro and then we'll build on it over time. So Kirstin, you are an entrepreneur based in Geneva. You are married, you have 2 kids. You are an incredibly skilled speaker. You're an idea generator. You are a people connector. And your work right now and your mission focuses on helping individuals and organizations go through this inner shift. And what I want to talk about with you today, and what I would like to start with, is what is your understanding of masculine and feminine energies? When you hear these terms, what do you hear? What does it mean for you?
Thanks, Bettina. I think that it's a really interesting question because I don't think that I was so freely using these terms even just a handful of years ago. I have been on, let's say, life's journey for 43 years now, but I would say my sort of personal growth and development has accelerated over the past, let's say, 7-8 years. And it wasn't until, a handful of years ago that I got familiar with this idea of masculine and feminine energies, and that those were sort of at play all the time within all of us and within society. Mm-hmm. And so for those of you out there who haven't talked about masculine and feminine energies or attributes, or you aren't familiar with that terminology, that's okay. I wasn't either until just a few years ago. And there is, I don't think, a fixed definition as such. I think we've often heard of the yin and the yang in traditional Chinese medicine. I think we often talk about hard and soft, left brain, right brain. There's lots of different ways to kind of categorize this notion of masculine and feminine energies. And I've had the pleasure of having conversations with lots of women and men over the past several months, talking to them about this concept of masculine and feminine energies. And people ask me the question, are you sure you want to use that language? Is that really what how you want to bring this into the conversation? And I think you and I have had the conversation that, we kind of do need to call a spade and use language that is relatively familiar to people, and not try to, let's say, create mystery around it. I think it's really important to understand that it's not gender-based, though. Mm-hmm. It's not that men have masculine energy. It's not that women have feminine energy and only that. So as you said before, all of these energies are at play all the time, no matter who we are.
Absolutely.
Answers your question.
Beautiful answer. No, I love it. And so kind of building on that. So, as you said, like our masculine and feminine attributes have helped us in the past, have helped you in the past. And I'm just curious to hear, knowing what you know now, working with both, how can they serve you in the future, in your present, basically from now on?
Yeah, another good question. I would say that, again, because I've sort of been on this self-development growth journey, as I mentioned, I would say that the masculine and the feminine are really interesting spaces to play, especially once you've been able to, I don't want to call it master, but because I am by no stretch of the imagination mastering the skill of being fully present in the moment. But I think it is the practice of presence, the practice of of stillness of mind, stillness of your surrounding environment that enables you to have that ability to play with your masculine and feminine energies in the right way. And I'm, of course, talking about the feminine, which from my perspective has been suppressed in society, and the masculine, where I feel like there is a dominant energy that is sort of commanding at least our Western culture these days. And so the ability to understand and recognize that as a societal dynamic that's in play right now, and understand what that means about you as an individual, maybe some of the things that you've suppressed, maybe some of the things that you think that you've had to rely on over time are parts of you that have been created. I call them the layers of the onion, that have been created to fit into a standard that is more defined by culture than by who you really are. So I'd like to think that by peeling back the layers of this onion, you, me included, are in a better position to consciously navigate the world using our feminine energy, our intuition, our knowing, our creative abilities, and our masculine, our drive, our ambition, our, in some cases, authority, in order to make things move. And that all can be a very responsible masculine. It doesn't necessarily need to be the masculine that's often represented in society today. So yeah, I'd like to think that I'm in a place right now where I'm deep diving into my feminine, the part of me that's probably been missing or been repressed since my childhood for whatever reason. And, keeping in mind that my masculine has done wonderful things for me. It's given me, the spot in the world that I have today by and large. But that the conscious ability to balance those is the way that I want to live my life in the future.
Beautiful. I love that. Thank you so much, Kirstin, for that beautiful answer. I love how you bring the element of presence and of reclaiming that part of you that has been suppressed for such a long time. So we will keep it short, as we promised. We'll keep it short and we'll keep it here. There's so much more to talk about, of course, but we'll cover that in our future interviews. And hopefully this was useful for the people who are listening today and maybe it resonated. And yeah, we look forward to keep that conversation going. So thank you again, and I'll see you very soon.
Thank you.